Ho-ho! Man, am I excited. Man, am I fired up. Welcome into the stream, guys. And happy Halloween. As you can see, I am in full costume and ready to rock and roll. And so for the next hour, before I party my ass off for some Halloween parties, we're going to hit up some different plays using OddsJam's tools, the optimizer tools, various different tools. I'm very excited. So we have a lot of NBA games that are happening tonight, and there's a very key feature that we want to focus in on for tonight's NBA games because it's not like the normal regular season games of yesterday. So, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. So, welcome in. This mask is probably not going to last on my face very long because it's absolutely annoying, but welcome into the stream, guys. We also have Game 6 World Series, Dodgers, Blue Jays. I was checking out the arbitrage tool earlier, but we are going to start off with the fantasy optimizer over here on PrizePicks. We are going to look for some 3-man entries. And let's see. What do we got going on? What's going on, 49ers? How are you, my friend? So appreciate you stopping by. Honestly, guys, yeah, the mask isn't going to work. Can't do the mask. It just falls down way too much. I'll definitely rock it to get my photos for tonight, but other than that, the mask is just too difficult. So let's get rid of the fantasy scores. Let's see what we have starting off PrizePicks. Earlier today, guys, I did tweet out my flex entry, Friday flex. Make sure you check out Flex Friday. And so I already shared that slip earlier. So we're just looking for some other opportunities for tonight with 3-mans. All the leagues are selected, and let's go for like 3 minimum data points. What do we have? Would like to focus primarily on the NBA and Major League Baseball. Throw in some hockey, though. There's not going to be a lot of hockey tonight. What do we have? Brandon Ingram, over on his PRA. Good to Pinnacle, not very good to FanDuel. So, no thanks. Made threes on the combo. Herder OG, I don't like that. Scotty Barnes, over on his rebounds and assists. I talked about earlier on PrizePicks. I liked his over PRA. This is 14 cents off to FanDuel, so I will throw this in. Again, when it comes to these slips, things bump quickly. We have to move fast. So, where's it at? Yeah, it already moved to 12. Like, literally, as soon as I said it. It's already bumped. RJ Barrett, over 5. Okay. Ingram, again, it's the same team, so we can't really go after these guys. I'll take RJ Barrett, though, over 5. A little bit better, juicier play there. I like that. Barrett over 5. Edgecombe under 4. Okay. Already bumped to 5.5. This is insane. I mean, we're talking like minutes, just like it's and this is at 4, so I'll take the under 4. Cool. We can't get Scotty. Can I get anybody else? Can I get Scotty on his just assist? Can do that. James Harden under 9. Okay. All right, so this is going to be the 3-pick slip I'll share with you guys. Again, if you have made if you haven't used your Flex Friday, I would check this out. Let's grab that link. Let's throw it in. Arturo, what's going on, man? Appreciate it, Arturo. What's up, Irish? Driving. Ooh, you and the missus. I'll make sure to watch my language. Trent, what's going on? Rick, how are you, MP? Afternoon to everyone, and appreciate you guys tuning in, or evening, wherever you're coming in from, as we have a little Halloween edition, right? Bandit Ninja is the ninja costume. Couldn't deal with the mask. I wore the mask the entire morning for this morning stream. Not really good with the masks. Not a mask guy. If my girlfriend's listening, well, I'll be happy to wear the masks for any of the photos later, but not right now. Let's see. 3-man entries. Let's take a look on Underdog. So again, I'm not really interested in this. Let's bring in at least 3 minimum data points. And if you think PrizePicks bumps quickly, wait till you see Underdog. Underdog's going to be insane. It's going to be stupid how quick this bumps. All right, Bona under on the rebounds. I can get in on that. What else we got? Embiid on his points and rebounds. This looks really good to FanDuel, but I don't know if I could do the under on Bona and Embiid. That might be a no-no. Let's see. What else? Mobley, under on his points and rebounds. They must have removed him because he's not even there. I just saw that Donovan Mitchell, though. Donovan Mitchell's not playing tonight. Might have been Mobley was the other one, too. But Edgecombe over on his points. I like that. Even though it's not great to Pinnacle, I do like this compared to FanDuel. But these are all Philly dudes, so I can't take all these dudes. I do love the MB play more than the MB play. So Bona, Edgecombe. Can I get anybody else here? Quickly, I don't like that. Something else that I want to make sure, we're going to talk about this, guys, in some lines, and this is really actually important to bring up right now when it comes to tonight's games. This is a cup play night tonight in the NBA, and typically you are rewarded. Yeah, let's move away, Bona. I'm going to take the overs. I'd rather be on some overs than unders because you are rewarded, guys, for scoring points, point differentials. How much you win by. These all really add up, and they are important. There we go. We'll get this one down. I'll share this with you guys. So I'm taking all overs on this one. So just so you guys know, tonight's games for the NBA, they are the first opening night of their cup group play. And the rules are slightly different. While they still count for wins and losses in the regular season in the standings, the way that these are constructed are a little differently in terms of the tiebreaker. I just, wanted to ask, so I shot a message over to my friend ChatGPT. And, there are some tiebreakers other than winning the game, but you want to win by as large of a margin as possible, and you want to score as many points as possible because there is a boost point differential. There is a total points score tiebreaker. So understand this, guys, that this is one of those nights where, where a team's maybe up by 40, they might keep playing their starters because it's very advantageous for the teams to score as many points. So just keep that in mind if we're looking to bet some unders, something I kind of forgot about on the PrizePicks slip, but that I remembered here. Let's take a look at better and see if we have anything. Joshua, what's going on? My man. That's right. Yeah, I just can't, I hope you guys can understand. Just can't do the mask for very long. Maxi over. Okay, and I'm sure, by the way, I'm sure the sports books have this priced into their models, but this is just something that you want to be aware of because it is important. So this hardened play, I can still get down. That being said, there are going to be some unders, there will be unders that cash tonight. No doubt about that. So we're looking at some better 3-pick entries. I like that. I definitely like this one. And then what's another one? See, we already took Scotty once. I do like the Scotty play, though. I don't want to have too much exposure, but we'll do this one instead. All right, so I'm going to share this with you guys. This is going to be a perfect play slip. Remember, these are 3-pick entries. Take no insurance on these. And we get that for better. Awesome. Let me share this link with you guys. Okay, so we got a PrizePicks slip. We got an underdog slip. Where's my mouse? We got a better slip. So there we go. Got a better slip going on, which is exciting. I'm in on that. Cool. Bingo. So I did take Harden under on his assists. We took Maxey and we took Dyson Daniels. Took 2 overs, took an under. So there we go. All right. Let's take a look at DraftKings Pick 6. Pick 6. Obviously, we have to go by league. There's going to be most likely a lot of NBA plays tonight. And I will fire up DraftKings. Talked about this Maxey play. Again, while it's minus 122 on FanDuel, guys, again, a lot of books like Pinnacle have it at 40.5. So, and I lean on the over. I'd rather bet the over for tonight's games because of the rules. If we can get this Mobley play, gosh, do I love this Mobley play, but I can't remember if he got ruled out or not. I really can't remember off the top of my head. All right, so we're looking for pick 6, where there is going to be, there is earlier, guys, they got the miss a leg on your parlay. They got some other boosts tonight. The full pie Friday, which is really nice. The Purple Purge. The problem with the Purple Purge is you have to play 4-pick slips, and 4-pick slips suck. So I'm going to take Brunson over on his points. I love that. And then I'm going to see if we can grab Mobley here. Yeah, he's available. Over 27.5 points and assists. Love that. And then Kennard over on his points and assists. Old Lukey boy. We're going over 10.5. Shit, that's all gone. Okay. How about Svev, however you say this dude's name? Not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm not even going to go there. They want the under 11.5 points and rebounds. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see. I guess they're not going to let me play the Brunson play because I played a slip earlier. So that sucks. I got to add one more now. What else do we have? Oh, Siakam. I don't mind Siakam. Okay, cool. Let me share this with you guys here. This is my 3-pick slip over on DraftKings. Aaron says FanDuel's offering 10 profit boosts this evening. They have to be used between now and okay. Good to know, Aaron. Appreciate that. We'll take a look at that for sure on FanDuel. Over on DraftKings, by the way, I'm just going to pull up Dabble for any of my Dabble users. We'll throw in 3 minimum data points. And, okay, so we got a lot of Sixers players right now at the moment. Come back over to the sports book. What's the promos tonight for DraftKings? I'm just going to leave these up here for you, Dabble users. Now, there is a lot of Sixers plays. I'm fine with the Bona play. You might not be able to play both of these guys, right? A lot of Sixers plays. Jalen Tyson, not really, not on Tyson. We already played the Harden play, so I'm fine with you guys want to do that. The over on points for Simons, I like that. Nurkic under on his points and rebounds, yes. I don't mind the under for Nurkic. So we got a SGP boost. We got a Haunted Halloween happy hour. Get a ghost leg token. I really don't care about ghost legs, but I'll opt into it. Mystery reward. What's the mystery reward here for the NFL? I got a 30% profit boost. Max bet $25. Thank you, DraftKings. Make sure you guys just log into your books, and at least if nothing else, even if you can't place any bets right now, just opt into these boosts, some of these mystery ones, because they're very good. Next week, guys, college basketball starts November 3rd. Giddy up. Get ready for that. Haunted Halloween. Yeah, we'll do the Haunted Halloween. And then what's the mystery college football parlay boost? Not a surprise. What do we get? I got a 25% boost, max $50 bet, which I do like traditional parlays a lot, so we can get in on that one. Okay, so that's what's going on over on DraftKings, which is, obviously pretty good. Again, guys, the holiday special times of the year, you're going to see some pretty cool things that they're running. And what else do we have here with FanDuel? By the way, Rashad Bateman, $71 bonus bet. I'll take it. Not bad. Not bad. Better than the Jonnu Smith one. So if you guys tailed the Rashad Bateman giveaway, jackpot giveaway yesterday, we hit, and I received $71 in bonus bets. And I'll probably save it for tomorrow because there is a shitload of NHL games tomorrow, and I'm just going to put it on an NHL anytime goal score. Happy hour. We can claim the happy hour. Yeah, get 10, 25% profit boosts to use on any wagers. There is a maximum of $5 associated with your profit boost tokens. Okay, so one thing that I would mention is that if you're receiving a bunch of these profit boosts, I would put this on long shot plays, like a first basket or a first team basket, right? Maybe not super plus EV, but that's something that I would definitely take a look at in terms of how we want to utilize these types of profit boosts. They expire in about an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 15 minutes. We can take a look at that. No problem, Anton. No problem. Tommy, thank you. And for the goal scores. No problem. Thanks for the rocking the DFS. No problem, 49ers. Try to hit it around. I mean, it's a good time of the year, guys. For those of you that are, that are just coming around this year in terms of like when college basketball, I treat college basketball similar to college football in terms of player props. I don't really mess around with them. They're not my jam. Ooh, parlay play? Bingo. What about, okay. So it's not really how I like to play. See if we can share this parlay play one. It's not how I really like to play. With these DFS apps, guys, PrizePicks, parlay play, better, underdog. I'm not really touching the college basketball player props. Something that last year and the year before I've just lost so much money on it that I'm not trying to solve that puzzle. Liquidity is so low for player props in college basketball and college football. Unless you really know a team or follow it, I don't think any sports book really has an edge. Oh, okay. I just had to go over to combos. So Nesmith, Neesmith, Alexander Walker. We're on the points combos. Okay, I love that. We're grabbing Josh Giddey next. We're grabbing Giddey over on his assists. I think that might be a boosted play. And then what else do we have? A lot of combos. Don't know how I feel about the combos. Really, OG and Mattis on the threes? I don't really want to bet unders. That's the one thing I don't really want to bet tonight. So I love the first play because it's an overs. We'll go with Mamie Harden and Trey Murphy. And we'll take their over on their points. Okay. I'm going to rock this. I don't know if I can share. I have a hard time with parlay play in terms of sharing these slips. I got to wait 1 second. Okay. They're saying this Nesmith play is unavailable. Interesting. Let me refresh this once more because I'd love to get a parlay play slip in. Jalen Johnson over, though. We can do that one instead. Love that. Okay, I'm in on that. I'm in on that one. And then Kawhi over on points. Yeah, I'll do Kawhi instead of Giddey. And this is obviously a boosted play as well. All right, cool. Can I get... Bingo. There we go. The problem here is I don't know how to share this. And if you guys can tell me what I need to do to share this, I would love to know so that I can do it. But I'll share this over here right now. This is the slip I went with. I went with Kawhi over on his points. Harden and Murphy over on the combo. Nesmith, and Jalen Johnson over on the points. Put $50 on it. So I'll take a little screenshot of this. Bryce, who's the sharpest book for first baskets? Don't know. Don't have one. Not really leaning into certain books in terms of sharp on first baskets. Great question, but don't really have an answer there for you in terms of what's sharp. Apologies, guys. I can't share the link here on this one, but that's the parlay play that we're going to take a look at. So the reason that I mentioned first baskets, guys, it's just, as we're going to look at some arbitrage bets, it's just a market that's, we're dealing with like plus 400s to plus like 1,000s. And if you have a bunch of profit boost at $5, I would love to take one of these $5 profit boosts. And what we have 10, so $50. And if I can take one of these and hit on a long shot play, then I'm very happy. I guess one strategy, maybe what you could do is like maybe bet all the profit boosts on one game, right? But I don't know if I would, that would be my cup of tea. But normally what I would like to do with this is I'll pull this up off to the side and just kind of pull up and let's look at some really long shot guys. I'm talking like plus 900s, plus 1300s, guys that are going to be in the starting lineup tonight, but they're not the Jaylen Brown or they're not the superstars of the world. I understand that these superstars are most likely going to cash, but I love going after some long shot dudes. So, okay. Couple of dudes that I'll kind of highlight here. So this is, I got this ready to go, teed up, so we can get in some plays because we got games starting in about 40 minutes. Hawks and Pacers start in 40 minutes. So we want to make sure, because I have a play or two that I'd like to go over when it comes to that, for sure. Okay. So again, guys, arbitrage betting. If you guys want to try, for those of you that are new or just checking this out and you're like, dude, what's arbitrage betting? It's where you can day trade the sports books, literally make a profit no matter what happens. Who cares if Ayton goes over or under on assists? Does not matter. Bona, over under on rebounds. Out here in Arizona, I can play this over on Caesars, play the under on Hard Rock. I make money no matter what happens. The more money I invest in this play, the more money that I'll make. So this is what you have to invest on Caesars and Hard Rock. This is what you can make if the bet wins on Caesars or if the bet wins on Hard Rock, right? So again, Evan Mobley, Hard Rock and DraftKings. If you use Bovada with Profit X, we're making a 5% return off of our investment. The more money that you invest, the more money that you're going to make in your return. You're just day trading these sports books because all of these books set their own odds independently of each other. They get out of sync. Most of these plays will not be sitting out here for another 15 to 20 minutes. The sports books will realize that they're out of sync with the rest of the books, and they'll update this. But this is how I would go after it. These are just pick your books that you have accounts with and literally smash these plays. Smash them. Again, up here I have $100. You can't see because my costume's in the way. I have $100 right here, right? If you wanted to change this to $250, then you put $250 on Quickly's under, $100 on his over. You make $28 or $39. Doesn't matter what happens, right? So if you guys want to try OddsJam 1 week for free and then save 35% off your first month after the 1 week trial ends, use code Billy35. Okay. So let's jump into some first basket stuff because that's, arbitrage plays. Have to forgive me. OGs and DGens have seen me go through a lot of examples. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, guys, going through these strategies. So if there is a specific strategy that you're like, dude, you kind of went fast. I didn't catch up. I have a lot of videos on my channel. Go back, watch it, take a look. Also, for those of you that are wanting to know my filter setups or positive EV plays or what I look for, the greatest piece of advice that I can give you that can help you understand what I specifically look for is go back on my YouTube channel and watch my old live streams. So if you're looking specifically for positive EV bets, maybe it's my goal scorers in hockey, I would literally just go on a YouTube live stream, one of my old live streams, and I just fast forward until you see that I'm on the positive EV page. And then just check out that section, right? If you see me expand a play and I start to break down why I like that play, those are things that you can do. I get a lot of people that ask me questions and DM me online. And the best advice that I can give you instead of typing you a long message or a novel is that just go back and watch my old live streams, watch them on 5x speed until I get to the spot that you are looking for, or just fast forward. Click and drag until you find that spot on the screen where I'm using the software, and then that's where you can hear me kind of, break it down. So that would be my best piece of advice for anyone that's like, hey man, you kind of went through that a little quickly. Could you go back and check it out? So FanDuel's running a bunch of boosts. Okay, now I like going after first baskets that include free throws because there's nothing worse than finding out that you bet on Ben Shepherd to score first basket and you bet his first field goal instead of first free throws. Remember, guys, field goals are 2-pointers, 3-pointers, dunks, layups. If Ben Shepherd gets fouled and then he goes to the line and knocks down some free throws, you want to make sure that you include first baskets to have free throws. Each sportsbook has this a little bit differently, and you have to look through the fine-tooth comb, the fine print, to kind of see what I mean. So if I'm over here on FanDuel and we're looking at this game, first thing I'm looking at is where's the bright green at? So one dude that I definitely want to go after is Jarris Walker. Okay, Jarris Walker's a guy that I'm just kind of, I fancy him a little bit. So when you come over here on FanDuel, you want to come to quick bets. These plays live on quick bets. Notice right here, bingo, the winner is deemed to be the player who scores the first point of the game, including free throws. Very, very important that you go over the first basket right here. So my man, Jarris Walker, he's at plus 1,200 odds. I got 11 bonuses, 25% boost. Hell yeah. What's the max wager size? $5. So now this $5 is going to turn into $75 if my man hits the first basket. Love that, right? I'm not betting this at plus 400 odds. I want the dudes that are on the floor that they might hit a first basket. Again, the whole idea behind this, guys, is that, you could bet your Jalen Johnson, right? And I'm going to throw the odds boost in here, and I'm going to find out what do I have this as. It's at plus 1,500. You can hit the Jalen Johnson play, right? And I know he's popular. And again, if you guys watch a lot of Hawks or Pacers basketball, you know that one team wins the tip more than often, then that can definitely be helpful. But, every now and then I don't mind going after dudes that are super long shots. Super long shots. All right. So let's take a look. Let's kind of spread the love around a little bit. So like Celtics and the Sixers. Again, I'm just scrolling here. Okay, Jaylen Brown might be in consideration because the odds we're receiving on FanDuel is very good. Slapping a boost on top of this is going to make it amazing. Him or really Peyton Pritchard because of the boost that we're receiving. Now, you could throw this on Quetta. You could throw this on maybe Justin Edwards, Josh Minot, right? We could do that. Or we could take Jalen. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is, again, I'm really interested in these long shot dudes. I want to go after some long shot guys because if I hit on one of these guys, my $5, right, I'm going to be spending what? 5 times 11, $55. If I hit on one of these guys, I'm making all my money back plus profits. So I'm going on the long shot dudes. I'm going to go on minute, however you say the dude's name. I don't know. Right. But we're going on super long shot dudes because that's what I'm into. 25% boost. $5, $75, right? This is how I prefer to take my small ones right here and just turn this into a lot of money. So there we go. All right. And we'll just kind of go down the line, right? We can bet a few more guys if we want to. If you wanted to take the safe approach here, I'm totally fine with going after Jalen. Pritchard isn't bad either. I'm fine with either one. So if we want to come after Jalen, say, hey, let's take one of the favorites. Cool. Grab him. $5. And this is going to turn into $37.50, which is okay, but it's all right. So $7.50. We're just going to roll through these dudes. Roll through them all. Okay. All right. So what else do I got here? Let's look at the Cavs game. Next game up. Just going to, and I like to have it all too, guys. I like to spread it around with all the games because then I always got some type of action. Okay, Brandon Ingram looks decent. Emmanuel Quickly could be good. Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett. Okay, the biggest discrepancy is definitely Scotty Barnes. This isn't even close. Plus 1,000 odds, plus the boosts. Let's go to the Raptors. Scotty too hottie. Throwing it on Scotty. Oh, Canada. Plus 1260 odds. This pays us out $63. So, or 68 total, but 63 plus 1260 odds, right? Obviously, guys, I use the OddsJam bet tracker to track all of my plays. So if you ever want to see what my bets are, the best thing I can do is tell you to check out my dashboard. I will share it with you guys here shortly once we get to that point. What else do we have here? All right, let's see. Anything else? Ingram doesn't look bad. Ingram takes a lot of the shots for the game. So let's go on one with Ingram as well. We'll lean on Ingram. And cool. All right. This will be a $41 payout plus 820. Love that. The cool thing about this, guys, you don't have to sweat this bet. It's honestly, if you watch it, it's even better than the first Was that 820 or 850? It's better than the first yes runs, no runs first inning because you find out like immediately with these games. So if you like quick results, for all my, Gen Zs out there that are sports bettors, this is the kind of bets that you'll love because it's quick, fast, easy, and immediately. All right, Knicks and the Bulls. Obviously, I love seeing Jalen Brunson in bright green. Slap a boost on him. Even Josh Giddey. We're going to go after both Brunson and Giddey here. Bulls have been playing some incredible basketball. We have them, Lakers, Jazz, Suns. We got 4 games after that. I don't know how many more boosts I have. And a big reason of why I'm sharing my screen is I just like for you guys to know that I'm not just telling you to bet something. Nothing drives me more insane than guys that are on TikTok telling you dude, you need to follow this Discord, but then they just tell you to follow the Discord. And they don't actually tell you, they don't show any of their results. They don't show anything. Right? They just don't post oh, he's up 100 units. It's just yeah, you should bet, this guy's good. So the idea here is I actually place these bets because I believe in these plays. This is why I'm really preaching this because you can see it myself. Dude, did I run out of all my boosts? Oh, sugar. Oh no, I still got 4 available. All right, we're okay. So I have 3 available after this. All right, we're taking Giddey. Plus 1,000. That's nice. So obviously one of the games that's going on tonight, we're not going to be able to have any of the boost on them, but that's fine. So it's pretty simple. Find out where FanDuel's giving us the best odds and then slap the boost on top of it and bingo. Jalen Wells, Jock Landell, Marcus Smart. Okay. Out of all of these plays, for me, the biggest discrepancy is Jalen Wells. So I'm going to go with Jalen. And again, super long shots. Not one of these, we only had one play that was kind of not of a long shot. And if we hit on 2 of these dudes, oh my God, we're rolling in dough. Because our total investment here is $55. So if we hit on 2 of these guys, we're making excellent money. Excellent money. Odds boost here. Perfect. Yeah, there might be, Jack. There might be. Let's go down to the Suns and the Jazz. All right. And what do we got? Filipowski, Mark Williams, Ryan Dunn. Ooh, okay. I like the discrepancy a little bit more from Dunn compared to everybody else. So we'll go with Ryan Dunn of the Suns. No real rhyme or reason here, guys, other than we're just looking to get really good odds on these plays and throwing that boost on top of it. So plus 1380 odds. That's a $69 nice payout. And then last but not least, let's see. Are we going to go Nuggets or are we going Clippers, Pelicans? Let's go with Clips and the Pelicans. What do we got? We got Derek Jones at plus 1,000. That's pretty much it. He's a bit of an outlier. Okay, then what's the outliers over here? Cam Johnson, 1,200. Christian. Ooh, I like this Christian Brown play. Oh, I like the Christian Brown play. Kamara's not bad. We're going Christian Brown. That's what we're doing. That's our final boost. So appreciate you guys letting me know because I wouldn't have known that was going on. There we go. So obviously a ton of these. And again, guys, if all of them lose, it's a $55 investment that we had a chance of winning, I don't know, a couple $100 easy. Plus 1260. Love that. All right, so there it is. Going after a bunch of first baskets. Again, when we have these kind of boosts, I want to put these on long shot underdogs. Because if I cash one, I'm going to be very happy. All right, let's take a look over here now at the EV tool, NHL, anytime goal scores. Only 2 games that are going to be occurring. There's obviously the Golden Knights game should be ending pretty soon. Don't really see much. I would stay tuned for tomorrow. We're definitely going to have some really good opportunities for anytime goal scores. That's where I'm looking to put my $71. to work. By the way, if any of you guys tailed the Rashad Bateman play with me yesterday for $5 and you received $71 in bonus bets, you can always come over to the promo converter tool. Okay, this is a tool that's going to be available for you out there. Bonus bets, type in 71, click convert bonus, and you can see that you can check out, pick your sports books that maybe you have, accounts with. So maybe if you're like me and I'm like, I'm limited on Fanatics and I don't really have a Sports Zeno and Fliff's not available to me and I don't like Onyx, right? Maybe you're just one of those in Bracco and Bet Openly. You can say, well, what do we got? You'd say, all right, well, I can hit this play up Sunday, or tonight I could take my $71 over here on FanDuel, put it to work. I could put $380 down. And honestly, guys, like this is the play. Like, why would I not convert this into $64 to $67? So here's what we're going to do. 254.5 over Celtics Sixers. I'm just going to put this to work. Like literally, I can guarantee myself $60. Come down to the bottom. Alternate total points. And we're taking the over 254.5 at plus 630 odds. This is how you convert it, okay? Plus 630 odds at $71. You can see our total payout's $447. Cool. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in. I'm already over here on DraftKings. We're looking at the under 254.5 at minus 586 odds. I got to put up $380. Now, to be fair, that's a lot of money, okay? Not everybody has that kind of money lying around. But fortunately, I do. So we'll take, we're looking at the under 254.5, 500 minus 586. Put this in for 380, right? So we're looking at bingo, minus 586, 380. Our total payout's 444. Okay, watch this. Bingo. There we go. And bingo. There we go. So let's talk about what happened here. Yesterday, we placed a $5 bet on Rashad Bateman to score the first or last touchdown. And my man scored the last touchdown. So our $5 wager won us $15 in profit. We then received a $71 bonus bet. The fact that I can convert this bonus bet into about 91% into guaranteed profits was just too good for me not to pass up. So my total investment in this play is $380 because this is a bonus bet. It's not real money. We have to put it to use in order to convert it to real money. So if the over hits in this game, I get paid out $447, $67 profit. If the play wins over on DraftKings, then I make $444, or let's just say $445. I bring in $65 profit. So no matter what happens in this basketball game, I just converted my bonus bet over here thanks to the promo converter right here, FanDuel DraftKings. 91% of this is converted. No matter what happens, I am going to make roughly $65 thanks to the promo given to us by FanDuel. There we go. Add it to the bet tracker. SMH. Yeah, you can like the video, man. Just give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up, man. If you're down to your last $100, to be honest with you, SMH, I'm not the guy to help you out. Not the channel to help you out if you're down to your last $100. There's no 7-leg parlay guaranteed lock tonight that I really provide. But obviously, I would definitely recommend that you arbitrage bet with that $100 so that you can make some money. Just pick your books with the software. 7-day free trial is in the link here in the chat. Check it out. So this is how you can utilize the promo converter tool. And honestly, these are too good. I could not pass this up today. Could also did this over on Sam Houston State and Louisiana Tech, right? Be able to convert 91% of my $71 into bonus bet into guaranteed funds. Too good that I just couldn't pass it up. And I had some funds here in DraftKings, so it worked out really, really well. And there we go. I wanted to put it on a long shot, anytime goal scorer tomorrow, but you know what, man? I'm going out tonight. I know that I just got $65 of drinking money at the bar, no matter what happens. And while in today's day and age, that might only buy me 3 drinks, they're going to be 3 delicious drinks. So, Sharp Money Tool. Let's take a look. By the way, speaking of any of you out there, if you found anything insightful thus far in the stream, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and send this to a friend that you know that likes to sports bet, and maybe they just are having a tough time. They can't win. They're down on their luck. They don't understand how people make money sports betting. This is how. Data-driven sports betting is the path to profitability. All right, so let's look at the sharp money tool and let's take a look at some player props because that's what I'm interested in. We got some NBA games about to tip off in the next 20 minutes to an hour, so we want to take a look at some sharp plays. So again, just a general minus 200, plus 150. You guys don't have to stick to this. If you want to go minus 150 to plus 125 or plus minus 200, that's fine. I typically don't go into plus minus 250 or plus minus 300 range. Not my thing. Let's go over here to the NBA. Let's take a look at the date range. It's for today. Let's take a look. What do we got? Okay. Is this all PrizePicks? I don't want just PrizePicks. I want all the books. Oh yeah, give me all the AZ books. There we go. Okay. So again, on a PrizePicks entry, that's a 5 or 6 pick slip. You could take this Ace Bailey under 1.5 assists. You could definitely do that. You could also maybe bet this on Sports Zeno. Gotcha. But let's kind of break down this play in general, okay, or Hard Rock, as we know. So sharp money is basically, the liquidity that someone put out there on a ProfitX or NoVig, and they are offering this liquidity up. So you can bet Ace Bailey on ProfitX right now for $1,200 at plus 122 odds. What this means is the person on the other side really wants Ace Bailey under 1.5 assists, and he wants it or she wants it at minus 122 odds. So what this tool does, it says, we can get better odds on another sports book compared to what this professional sharp bettor does. Now, we are assuming that there are sharp people on the other end that are posting this liquidity. Now, in this example, I'm not exactly thrilled. Granted, it's 2 different books. There's about $2,400 here, which is okay. It's not bad. Different story, though, over here for Eves Missy. Someone put up $4,000 on NoVig. Someone put up $2,000 on ProfitX. Have more confidence in this Eves Missy play. You're looking at his points over under 7.5. This guy wants Eves Missy at minus 112 odds on the under 7.5. Dude put up $4,000. Pinnacle's probably taking around $500. Maybe Pinnacle's taking $1,000 at the moment. Probably not for an NBA player prop. So the fact that we can get this over at Hard Rock is a great play. Now, in general, this is a fairly small EV play, I would say, compared to the FanDuels, compared to some of these other books, right? But this Eves Missy play is a play that we want to be on. I like this play a little bit more. Yeah, definitely about that. No better peace of mind that I know that no matter what happens in this Celtics-Sixers game, I just converted my bonus bet. Guaranteed. Unless they cancel the game, I'm making money. Right? So let's take a look at this play because this is a FanDuel play. We don't see this too often. Ryan Dunn, under on his points. So someone put up $4,500. Now, FanDuel does have higher limits, right? But Pinnacle's taking $250. So if we take, 4,500 divided by 250, that's an 18x multiplier. Someone put up 18 times the amount of money that you could bet this over at Pinnacle. So while everyone talks about almighty Pinnacle and how sharp they are, Pinnacle's not taking a lot of money here. This is peanuts, bro. Say nothing. So while we talk a lot about FanDuel being sharp, dude, like this guy it's not like this 4,500 is chopped up from a lot of other bettors. This is one person. They want this play at minus 101. We can get Ryan Dunn at plus 102. So I'm going to grab Ryan Dunn on his under 8.5 points. Now, like I said, this format tonight with the cup games, I'm not excited about betting an under on a player points. We do want Ryan Dunn, though, to score the first basket tonight, and then we don't want him to do anything else. But I'm willing just to flat bet this at $100, guys. Right? That's what I'm willing to go after this right now. Again, flat betting this on the rec books is my recommendation. Right? You just want to appear like a casual. So whether that's $25, $50, $75, don't bet $17. Don't bet $29. Bet a nice round number with zeros or fives. That's what I would recommend you're doing. Even if it's $5 or $10, I don't care. Don't bet a stupid odd number. Bet something with zeros and fives. But the Ryan Dunn number, there we go. We're going to check that one out, see how that turns out for us mañana. Peyton Pritchard, same thing here. Under 5.5 assists is being recommended. Someone's got $3,100. They want this over, and they want it at plus 120 odds. We can get this at plus 142. So, again, Maybe using the sharp money tool, you might be able to find some spots here for the assist, so we can grab this. So Pritchard over 5.5. We're going to grab that as well. This game does start soon, so this is pretty much my cutoff for betting it, but I do like this. It's for him to get 6 assists, guys. Ooh, wait a minute. Did this move? Or is it on his over-unders? No. This moved. Damn. Oh. Well, plus 126. That's not worth anything to me right now. That stinks. I don't know where this is. Over 5.5 assists. I looked at his, or unless it's alt assist, maybe. No, because over 5.5 is plus 122. So this is incorrect. Can we hide this play? No, it doesn't look like I can do that. We'll just move on. Lauri Markkanen. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Lauri. Yeah, now like this Lauri Markkanen play, guys, this is a play that's just positive EV. It's 46 cents off the Pinnacle. It's 38 cents off the FanDuel. No other sports book is even close to offering minus 120 odds. So some plays, especially on an easy soft book like Hard Rock, this is just plus EV in general, right? So while this is a sharp money play, it's also just plus EV. If we went over to the EV tool, this play would pop up for us, right? ESPN bet. Peyton, this is at 125. So, yeah. We could still go ahead and grab this on FanDuel. Now FanDuel's at 116. Dude, FanDuel is dropping like crazy on Pritchard. Like 2 minutes ago, I would have been in a good spot to grab him. But we can get this on ESPN bet, which I'm definitely a little bit interested in. Still interested in it now. I just missed my window there. But again, this game starts 15 minutes. Let's see. Peyton, again, I'll just look to bet like $100. The Pinnacle limit's here, so we can grab this. Let's see. Is it over, under? No, it dropped to plus one to do this Peyton. Dude, if I would have just bet this Peyton Pritchard play when I first saw it, because now it's plus 110, and I don't want it at plus 110. Snooze, you lose, Billy boy. That's what happens, man, when you're just talking, and you're missing out on these plays. That's a shame. That was a dandy of a play. He'll end up grabbing 6 tonight, and I'll be a sad panda. Yeah, I'm gonna try to focus on some plays that are not Hard Rock related, because I understand that not many folks in the stream right now can grab those. Denny Advita over on his threes. Plus 143 odds. This is a Canby Sportsbook play. Someone has $3,100. They want him at plus 140. Again, guys, it is an underdog, but we can grab this at plus 140 on a Bet Rivers or a Bally Bet. I know that I'm fairly limited on Bally Bet. It's not good. I can also try to grab this over on Bet Rivers, but we'll first try Bally Bet. And so this is a different way to sports bet. Honestly, I think that this creates a lot of profitable opportunities for you guys. Different ways to maybe mask some of your action. So Denny Avila over 2.5 threes. Let's take a look. And then we'll take a look at just some other ones outside of the sharp money tool, but I am a big fan of it. For him to make 3, that's us right here. All right, $100. They probably won't let me do it. $24. Damn, that's a tough one. So we get it for $24. That's tough. Let me see if I can fill out the rest of this over here on Bet Rivers. Again, on my phone. I can't show it on the screen, guys, because I can't remember my password. But luckily, it's saved in my phone. But even in my password section on my phone, I still can't find the password. So I'm playing a dangerous game, especially with $1,000 in the account. I'm playing a dangerous game. Player made 3s. Advita to get over 2.5. Where's he at? There he is. So we'll throw this in for $100. If they'll let me do it. Bingo. Okay, so we're in for like, what, 124. I'll just put this all on Bet Rivers because it's all the same. Okay, let's go over to the EV tool. Let's take a look at what we have. So we talked about this, guys. This is going to be getting unveiled for Platinum Plan users next week, the custom EV formula. Love the custom EV formula. So the first thing that we'll do is you can only select up to 10 leagues. And right now I just want to look at NBA. And I want to look at worst case. And I want to just look at player props. Right? And then I want to look at this EV formula. And I want to say, okay, here's what I want. I want FanDuel for sure. And then I just want FanDuel and Pinnacle. That's all I want. And we're going to get rid of everything else on here. Right? And then what I want to say is, I want a 3 here for Pinnacle, and I want a 7 here for FanDuel. 70% FanDuel, 30% Pinnacle. Then I can choose and say, all right, do I want both books or not? And I want to say yes. I want plays right now. We're going to just see how many options there are. Plays right now with these books. Select everything. I don't know. Let's keep this minus 200. Let's go plus 175. And let's see. Is there anything? So these opportunities are going to load. This is a little different feature than what you guys are normally used to. You might have to wait a minute, maybe 2 minutes at most for just these opportunities to load. I would expect over the course of time, things are going to get a little bit faster. But this isn't your only play. You'll start to see the plays kind of populate as we go through. Or at least that's what I believe because it's still saying loading. So we'll first look at Trey Murphy. Okay. So Trey Murphy we're looking to bet his under. Now, Pinnacle and FanDuel, they're just saying combined, this is about a 1% EV edge play. But this looks to be decent on Novig. But again, there's a lot of money out there on Novig. There's $1,800, which is a lot of dough. So if I pull open FanDuel, again, you can take a look at the line movement. Gold plan users, platinum plan users can look at both of this. We can see that FanDuel's been creeping up recently. They're moving up in price. So don't know how I feel about this. I can't say I'm super excited to take this Trey Murphy play. Now, again, if I wait like 3 or 4 minutes and nothing else populates, then I'll just move on. So we'll go back to the sharp money tool while I'm looking for these for some plays to load over here on the EV tool. Again, the more strict you are with your parameters, the less plays that you'll see with this custom EV formula. And you can choose any books. It doesn't have to be FanDuel or Pinnacle. It can be, BetMGM and ESPN Bet if you think they're very sharp for soccer or for hockey or for whatever. You think that DraftKings and FanDuel are super sharp for rushing yards for the NFL. You can take a look at those. So there's a lot of different options there that you can take a look. 89er, yeah, we already checked, man. Nothing on the board today. There's only 2 games that are going to be going on. So no anytime goal scores. ATM. No, man, I'm not going on a drill, brother. It's Halloween. I don't know if you know that, but it's Halloween, bro. So I'm just in the spirit. So let's see what we got. So we're taking a look at this. What else we got here? I'm going to skip a lot of the hard rock play, guys, because most of the times they're just very EV in general. Looking for some other rec books that we can hit up. Keontae George. Again, these are some Camby books. DraftKings, here we go. Isaiah Jackson. Under 4.5 boards, Pacers, Hawks. This game does start soon, like 7 minutes. Normally, I stay away from betting these player props this close to tip, so I'm just going to bypass that. Caesars. This starts at 4:30, a little different. Craig Porter Jr., under 4.5 assists. Okay, so this is way off the Pinnacle. You can get a better price at Hart. Well, wait a minute. -1. Yeah, it looks like Caesars just adjusted. So I was going to say, wait a minute. It's at -154. Let's refresh this. What else do we got? Watford, $2,000. Someone put up under on the points, rebounds, and assists. The play that's highlighted here, guys, is the side that we want to be on. So we want to be on the under 11.5. And you can grab this. You can play this on the DFS app, but this looks fairly decent. Someone put up all $2,000. They want this at -119 odds. We can get this at -118. Watford under 11.5 PRA. We got any more plays? Not really. So that's it, at least for the moment. So what I'll do is I'll come back to the EV formula, and I'll just say, just anything that's maybe FanDuel or Pinnacle, I'm cool with. And we'll just let that load up a little bit more. Let's see what else we have cooking. Again, guys, tomorrow I will be on at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Promise I won't get too banged up tonight, having some cocktails and enjoying Halloween. I'll be ready to rock and roll for a big college football Saturday. Let's see. Tommy, not sure if you just tuned in, man, because we've been spending probably the last 20 minutes talking about player props on the Sharp Money tool. But I think you've been here for a while. But how do I feel about it? Or how do I feel about player goals? Sorry. How do I feel about player goals popping up on the Sharp Money tool? Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's not, I would look at it similarly. Some of the plays are going to be positive EV. Some of them, obviously, certain people feel a certain way about, posting a lot of liquidity for it. So if I see player goals, I don't have a problem with it. Normally, I find all my player goals on the positive EV tool, but I don't mind if you get them on the Sharp Money tool as well. Ja over on his steals. Again, Pinnacle doesn't offer this market, but FanDuel does. Just really a difference of opinion here between these two books, but I would always lean FanDuel's side because I think Bally Bet is super easy to make money on. How much can I bet on Ja for his player steals? Even if I can only bet $20 at plus 180 odds, that's pretty dang good. I got to log back in. But you're going to see the steals category pop up a lot here, which this could be something you could go after. This is DraftKings, the under on Luka. A little bit of movement here from DraftKings. I don't like that. I don't like the movement. What can I get on Ja? Looking Ja over 1.5. Player defense. And they already moved this to 165. It already moved to 165. So it's not there anymore. Even at 165, how good is this, though? 7%. Yeah, that's worth it for me. All right, let's see what we can get on this. I don't know if they definitely won't take $100, but we'll try. $21. All right, well, $21 still pays me out about $34 in profit. $21 at plus 165. Ja to get 2 steals tonight. Not as good as it originally was posted, but still not bad. I'll take that all day long. We talked a lot about first quarter points, guys. We talked about how FanDuel has a massive difference of opinion with ESPN Bet. Again, if you guys have been tracking this, take a look to see how they've been doing, because this could be an edge. And honestly, I want to go back on my stream yesterday to see how those picks panned out and see how these picks pan out, because this might be something that I'm going after on ESPN Bet specifically. Keontae George under 4.5, Ayton under 3.5. What we noticed on yesterday's stream was that these two books had a massive difference of opinion, FanDuel and ESPN Bet. And ESPN Bet was the book that was moving or changing their odds because they realized they were stale to the market. This could be an incredible edge that you might be able to find when it comes to this. And honestly, if we have, don't we have some kind of boost on DraftKings? I feel like there's a DraftKings boost that we have. I don't know if it's an SG. No, it's for college football. My bad. There is a college football boost. But yeah, you're going to see some different markets here. But as you can see, a lot of the times, guys, we're being recommended to bet the under on the first quarter player points on ESPN Bet. This could be something that we see. And then maybe it's the opposite on Hard Rock. We're being recommended to bet the over. And this could be a market, guys. I would even recommend that you just track these plays, right? Maybe you're not actually betting them. You're just tracking them. That means Pinnacle sees this way different. Holy shit. Man, a lot of movement here from FanDuel, which means I would look to maybe bet the under on this play. Really wanted to go after this. This is insane. It's a low hold to Pinnacle on Jeremy Grant over on his threes, but I'll just kind of let that one chill. So there's a lot of different things that you can glean into. You can see that player steals and first quarter player points are two markets that are popping up time and time again. And it looks like we're always being recommended to bet the over first quarter player points on Hard Rock. We're always being recommended to bet the under on ESPN Bet. And this is like the first thing that like immediately pops into my head that is something that I want to track vigorously, because this is then that easy edge. This is that Billy C video that you see a month from now where I'm like, guess what, guys? We're only going to bet on one sports book, and we're only betting on one side, and we're only betting on one specific set of odds range. Like, this is a future video right here. We're always betting first quarter player points on ESPN Bet, and we're always betting the under. Why? Because they way off to FanDuel. Every single play that we've seen on ESPN Bet is an under for first quarter player points. Every one. So it might be something here. Now, it might not be, but I'd be willing to say it probably is. All right. All right, guys. I got to get ready. I got to get ready to shake, rattle, and roll. Got a lot going on. A little Halloween party. Obviously, because I'm in costume. I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the past hour. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you tailed some bets. Little DFS, little just straight wagers, a little bit of everything, some profit boost, long shots. We'll see you on that game on the Hawks and the Pacers if we can get a cash right away. Jarris Walker. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Get it done. Otherwise, guys, have an awesome Halloween. Be safe. Enjoy time with the kids and the family or your friends. And I'll talk to you guys mañana. Adios.